Let's go, baby. Y'all have been waiting for this. Trust me. You have been waiting for this live stream. I haven't been teasing y'all. I've just been waiting for records. Because now the goose is cooked for Meade County corruption. Prepare for a major expose coming to you right here, right now on For Public Safety, this live stream. As soon as we get some people in this room, it's game on. Because boy, oh boy. Put it on in chat if y'all are familiar with the person known as JJ Scarborough, YouTuber. YouTuber on YouTube capacity, saying that he is elected in County, Kentucky. I'm gonna turn this music off. Yeah, let me get back to our comment section. Let's say we're gonna fill this room. So put a one in chat if you have heard of JJ Scarborough, the internet personality, the social media personality, who has made appearances and actually co-hosted channels such as Fraud at Wrangler, who is now in prison for 16 felonies, and Christopher Ruff, who just got out of prison on a bunch of violent felonies, and on Todd's channel. Look at all at once. Y'all know who he is. He's your favorite corrupt official from Meade County, Kentucky. Well, I've got news for you. I've got news for everybody, not just people that appreciate Tiffany and I, but I also have news for the bootlickers who have been supporting the public official for all this time and who have been showcasing this public official in his official capacity all this time. You see, it turns out that Mr. Scarborough, the public official has not been a public official since late 2023. He has not been working for the county. He resigned in 2023. And I'm about to show you. And I'm going to show you how the law works on this subject. No, that's right, STD. Scarborough resigned in 2023. As a matter of fact, I'll get the exact dates for you. Bear with me. I'll give you the exact dates of his resignation. And we'll pull this documentation up here in a minute. So, according to the Meade County Sheriff's Department, he resigned as jailer. He vacated his position. Thank you so much, Steve Cousins, for Diesel. Put that on the screen. According to the records, I mean, I'm going to pull them up on the screen and show you, but according to the records here, official records, he resigned from the jail May 9th, 2023, and got another job working as a sheriff's deputy. So as it turns out, all of that stuff that Scarborough was talking about on his YouTube channel platforms about helping the sheriff's department and being a sheriff's deputy, that was true. And because of that bragging, that's why I looked into it. I'm glad corrupt officials brag, because it really helps make it a lot easier to know what to look for. So September 18th of 2023, He resigned from the county completely, meaning that the jail has no supervisor. And just in case you're thinking, oh, maybe they reappointed him, we're going to cover that too, because that was his only way out of the cage that he's in at this point right now. The rat would have only been able to get out of the cage if he could say, oh, well, I was reappointed. But we've got that basis covered as well. And like I said, when this room builds just a little more, we're going to start pulling up documentation. I'm going to show you exactly how it all went down. Exactly how it all went down. They may or may not have been aware. By they, I mean the Meade County, Kentucky government. They may or may not have been fully aware of the position that they themselves put themselves in. But what I can tell you is that by law, it's been verified by records now. The county has had no jailer since 2023, May. They've not had a jailer. That's not good for the county. And it's going to get a whole lot worse for Mr. Scarborough, because we're going to get a little deeper in what happens when this conflict of interest situation occurs. And as you know, put a one in chat if you have witnessed yourself this social media influencer commit conflicts of interests, or seen videos in which proved that this particular former public official was committing conflict of interest, such as having his girlfriend make 3 times the salary she was supposed to make and getting found guilty of ethics violations, or maybe abusing his position of authority by pulling his access to the official database so that he could investigate people for talking on YouTube. A lot of ones flying. There's been a lot of people who have witnessed it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to start from the beginning of the sort of like walk you through the way it was investigated. So I'm going to share this. Bear with me. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Yeah. All right. So we'll start here. We'll start here. Let me make sure that it's working right. Yeah. All right. So y'all can see that up on the screen. All right. So this is the law. This is Kentucky Statute 61080, incompatible offices. As you all know, Scarborough has made many claims as a social media influencer that he has gone on official calls with the sheriff's department in some form of capacity. Well, many people questioned, what capacity was that? Because you're a jailer, you're not supposed to be working as a sheriff's deputy. In some of the cases that he recalled and said on his platforms was that he was going on raids even and serving warrants with the sheriff's department. So that posed the question, did you work for the sheriff's department was the question. And then I'm going to go over this. So incompatible offices under section 61080 specifically says no person shall at the same time be a state officer, a deputy state officer, or a member of the General Assembly, and an officer of any county, city, consolidated local government, or any other municipality, or an employee thereof. The offices Justice of the Peace, County Judge Executive, Surveyor, Sheriff, Deputy Sheriff, right there, and Jailer, right there. So these two, Deputy Sheriff and Jailer, are specifically listed in this 61080 incompatible offices list. That's law. Okay. And you might be asking yourself, so what happens if they do that? If they get a job that conflicts with one of the other jobs? Well, I'll answer that with this other statute. So we've got another statute here. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you. Let me pull this one. So here's what happens. Pull that up. 61.090 under Kentucky Revised Statutes, titled Acceptance of Incompatible Office, vacates the first. The acceptance by one in office of another office or employment incompatible with the one he holds shall operate to vacate the first. So if you get a job with one of those specific listed titles, when you already have a job listed within those specific titles, then your first job is legally vacated when you start the second job. That's what it means. That's exactly what that means. And that is an article in the Constitution of the state of Kentucky. This is a violation of oath of office if one were to say not go off of the law in that situation. So like you can forfeit your position as a jailer. You can vacate it and never go back and then have to maybe get reelected later or even get reappointed. But you can't work both titles at the same time. So you might be thinking, oh, are you just making allegations, Chris, because the guys pressed 13 false, completely fictitious charges against you? No, I do everything by records. And I've been excited to share this, and I've known about this for quite some time, but I was waiting for some specific records in which we have. So I'm excited to share this with you. All right. And I'm going to do just that. So let's take a look at this. Let me make sure I'm getting the right one. Okay, here we go. Y'all know what this is? This is a FOIA request. And what you're seeing is a very specific request. This request to the Open Records Department of Meade County specifically asked when, right down here. Let me see. Oh, I can't move that. Can y'all see that at the bottom? Let me see if I can expand that a little bit bigger. I think I can make this a little bigger. I don't know. Can y'all see it? No. Can y'all see that? Anyway, the request was, when did, if ever, John Justin Scarborough get hired as a sheriff's deputy with the Meade County, Kentucky Sheriff's Department? Not the jail, not a volunteer, not a special deputy, but a Meade County sworn under oath officer, deputy of the Sheriff's Department. Remember the list? It specifically said a deputy. The answer to that request was hire date, May 9th, 2023. You see it? Hire date, May 9th, 2023. That is when Sheriff Wimpy and probably Ray Whited employed John Justin Scarborough. I'm not real sure how to make that bigger with this. Let me see if I can. You're just gonna have to blow up their screens, but it's there. This is an official FOIA records request response, and I did redact the email that it came from and the dates, because y'all don't need to know that. So, you're just gonna have to screenshot it and blow it up. Whatever you got to do, save it for your records. It's fine. This is going to be everywhere. This is going to be a huge story. Probably going to make mainstream news very soon. Anyway, you're going to see all this more. I'm just the first to tell you about it. So he was hired as a sheriff's deputy May 9th, 2023, while he was the elected jailer, which means under KRS 61090, he officially vacated the original position of jailer, meaning he left. He was not a jailer anymore after May 9th, 2023. And the second question posed in the FOIA request is asking, when did he get fired, and was it whether it was termination, whether it was resignation, or whether or retirement? And the answer to that question was voluntary resignation date is September 18th, 2023. So Mr. Scarborough was not lying when he told you all that he was acting as a sheriff's deputy. He did it between May 9th, 2023 and September 18th, 2023, on that date in which he resigned from the sheriff's department. But that does not allow you to reestablish your old position. And for that time, you couldn't operate in both positions at all. Meaning there is no jailer at all right now for Meade County, Kentucky. There is no jailer. Good job, Meade County. They don't even have a jailer. There is no supervisor for their jail right now. It's been like that since May 9th of 2023. They've got a civilian now that is pretending to be an officer who's not even an officer in any capacity because he resigned from the sheriff's department September 18th of 2023. What do y'all think of them apples? Holy shit. When the walls come crumbling down. That's what happens when officials are corrupt, when government officials abuse their authority and act in their official capacity in ways that are conflicts of interest. The walls come tumbling down. What does that mean? How is it that bad, you're asking, right? Put a one in chat if you're wondering what could result of something like this, other than, just a slap on the wrist like, oh shit, we got to get a jailer. Put a one in chat if you're wondering how bad can it be? I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, how bad could it possibly be for the former jailer, then became sheriff deputy, then resigned as sheriff deputy, and is pretending to be an official capacity right now? Well, let me tell you how bad it can be. There's a reason for that conflict of interest law. There's a reason for the incompatibility laws. There's reasons for all of this, because here's what it is. Every single action that official would take after vacating their original position in that position. So in other words, once he's vacated jailer, any jailer actions that he has taken would be impersonation, which is a federal offense. Not just one time, but every single time they do it. So every single time the man has said or done anything saying, I am the jailer of Meade County, Kentucky, that's a felony. Impersonating an officer. Not just that. but it is a felony to access the state database, which would be a requirement for a supervisor of a jail in every single arrest. I wonder how many people have gone to that jail since May 9th of 2023 whose information got ran through the system by a person who was nothing more than a civilian impersonating a public official for the jail. Not good. That's a high number of felonies. That is a really high number of felonies. And it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. Because every time this person makes a big decision or even a tiny decision in their capacity for the jail, that's another impersonation. And if they receive an income from it, guess what? That's theft by deception, fraud. That's where we're at. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. I've been waiting to share this with you. It's a good day. It's always a good day when you can catch a corrupt public official on record where they cannot squirm or weasel their way out of it because you've covered all the avenues that they might be able to run from. And I'm not done yet. I got one more thing to show you. See, what they could do from here is abuse their authority some more and their ability to provide the public records and say, oh, we don't have record of that. And while they're saying we can't get you that record so you can't see it, they can hurry up and fabricate something to say, no, we didn't break the law in between then and now. Promise. So I've got another record to show you. I did do research to ensure that no jailer has been reappointed in the state of Kentucky for the past 10 years. I'm going to show that to you. Hang on. I went to another page to turn the music on. Is that music all right, y'all? You like that? Just a nice little touch. Just something to celebrate. I know it's not wild, fun music, but YouTube is very strict on the guy who has the government up his ass trying to destroy his career, his channels, anything he does to make money. So I got to use the boring YouTube music that's available with StreamYards. I kind of like it though. All right, so let's take a look. Just make sure that there's just no way. There's just no way to squirm out. This is it. You can't squirm. Checkmate. I like winning. I deserve to win. I'll tell you what I didn't deserve. I didn't deserve to be falsely accused of a bunch of bullshit crimes. I didn't deserve to have my name and my family's name and my girlfriend's name drugged through the mud by idiots like Todd fucking Bryant or Michael fucking Kaiser or some nitwit, not even public official, impersonating, taken to the YouTube streets, to the Facebook street, to the Twitter streets, to Christopher Ruffin Direct D channels to come up with lies after lie after lie after lie to slander, defame, destroy our reputation and character, to try to ruin our relationships with our friends, family, and children. That's unacceptable. And the thing that they forgot, that we do not back down. So fuck y'all, haters. This is a win. And I played this nice and simple for a long time. And I'm nowhere near done. This is just the beginning. Y'all didn't think we were just sitting there being lazy and quiet, did you? We were being quiet, and I might be a little lazy. But we weren't dormant. We were just staying below the radar and getting shit done. This is just the beginning. So, for all of you victims out there, we're going to turn this music off. This is going to get a little bit more serious because this is not mine. This is not mine to do what I want with here. But this civilian imposter posing as a government official that has been illegally accessing databases has wreaked havoc on a lot of people's lives for simply being on YouTube and having an opinion under the First Amendment. So now it turns out that it was civilian on civilian, but he was pretending to be in his official capacity. So here's what I got for you all, for the victims whose names have been dragged through the mud. Charges. It feels a little better, right? It feels a little bit better knowing that your perpetrator will receive charges for their behavior. So for people like TB, for people like Finkel, for people like Jeff from Hill Pirates, and many, many more, for people like Chris from Kentucky Reacts, those people should now receive some justice without having to jump through the hoops and fire of trying to file a civil lawsuit. You could probably still sue Meade County. So maybe you'll get both. But criminal charges, I'm almost positive, as long as you all push this subject and do not back down and do not let it fall under the radar, as long as we keep pushing this, as long as the media picks it up and runs with it, as long as there's enough pressure, then I don't believe that the Kentucky state government is going to be able to just drop this. Can't do it. There's too many eyes on it. Do you know how many felonies? Do you know how many crimes a person doing what Scarborough has been doing since May of 2023, every single day, every single action, every single decision, every single change, every single fiscal court meeting, every single budget, every single Coca-Cola in the Coke machine was a crime. Every single paycheck, every single employee status, every single raise, every single demotion, every single termination, every single employment, every single time you drove the vehicles, every single time you purchased something for the jail, every single time you did anything would have been a felony. Because civilians can't just run the fucking jail. That's a lot of crime. And we knew that it was only a matter of time before people who abuse their position get caught on record when the thing that they abuse is as simple and it's easily discoverable. I just did it. It's easily discoverable when you're committing conflict of interest by abusing your position for personal gain, which is in the federal code, by the way, meaning that it could result in the FBI picking it up, especially if this person is looking at hundreds, if not thousands, of charges. Put one in chat if y'all knew that Scarborough opponent, if you watch the video where I told you about Scarborough's opponent who's running for jailer, was charged with like 100 and some odd fucking charges for allegedly accessing the database. Do y'all remember that one? So I believe that would be the charges that guy got would have been the same statute. So if they're claiming that they have like 100 and some odd felonies on that guy, then how many is this guy going to get? You know? And I only laugh because it's relieving. It's relieving to know that the perpetrator, the person who has tried to destroy mine and Tiffany's life and our children and put our animals in jeopardy and put our home safety at jeopardy and get involved between family members and try to just eliminate everything we've worked for, that guy's going to be held accountable, that guy's going to be stopped by the legal system. It feels very relieving. So when I laugh, it's because, oh my God, it feels good to know that something's going to get done about it. It's relief. This ain't a fucking game. And this shit's not to be played with. It's not a game, government officials, to fuck with people's lives because you don't like First Amendment opinions. It's not a game. I'm talking to all government officials. Don't fuck with us. We employ you. Do not abuse that authority to try to hurt us when we practice our constitutional rights. If we ask for a record, fucking give it to us. It's ours. If we have an opinion, fucking shut up and let us say it. That's our First Amendment. If we feel like protesting, mind your business and clear the fucking sidewalks because we're coming. If we're going to petition, leave us alone. Let us walk to whatever room we're supposed to be in and let us petition. If we get in trouble and we need to go to court, leave it alone. Give us our fair trial. I could go on. The Constitution has a lot of protections that we, the people, have not been receiving. But we will, because people like me will not fucking stop until we get it. And I need more people like you to carry this voice. Keep your American ideology alive. Do not let them get away with abusing the positions that we provide to them. All the way from the bottom to the top. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck any of them. I'm saying we are the ones providing the money, the positions, the fucking golf games. We are the ones providing their vehicles. We are the ones providing their gas. What do they do with it? They take the card and they give it to their girlfriends and their kids. They go and they buy a bunch of luxury items and they paint their kids' nails up and they buy their wives' titties. And they go to parties on our dimes. And they play golf. And they buy gold and jewelry and silver and platinum. And they decorate their skin. And they decorate their homes. And they go buy more houses. And they get extra jobs violating conflict of interest rules by having their wives and their girlfriends put security businesses in their names and then not doing the bidding process through their buddy system in the fiscal courts, and then getting a government contract to triple line their pockets. And while they're doing that, they're using all the equipment that your tax money provided to the department that they were supposed to be working for. And they're using the fuck out of it. They're putting miles on the cars. They're using the gas cards. They're using even the weapons that are only supposed to be used for what you paid in taxes for. That is not legal. It is not acceptable. It is not okay. And it will not be accepted by we the people. We will put a stop to this shit. We will learn to understand this shit. Am I right? Put a one in chat if I'm right. We the people are going to get wiser. We the people are going to put our foot down. We the people are going to take people that bootlick and try to fight for corruption to exist. And we're going to let them run their little mouths all the way until they're out of fucking breath, kicking and screaming in their cribs. Christopher Ruff, Todd, kick and scream. We don't care. Shut up. You will eventually. You're going to run out of breath. And that'll be good. So take your threats, take your slander, take your bullshit, and put it where you love it, Chris Ruff. And set it on vibrate. And lay back and enjoy. I love you guys. See you on the next one.